today, but today, when you think of all the optimism surrounding England, could they clear out the tail and then get chasing? Well, in the end, India put them under enormous pressure with that lower order partnership, and then they've done the business with the ball. Siraj with another 4 wickets. Kohli ecstatic. That, Andrew Strauss, is quite some statement.
Yep, stunning, just stunning from India. The way they've approached things all day long, that crazy hour with Shami and Bumrah with a bat, and then a genuinely outstanding bowling performance on a flat, pretty slow 5th day Lord's wicket. That was the final moment. The brilliant delivery from Shiraz to get rid of Jimmy Anderson. They thoroughly deserved that victory. They've had to fight very hard for it over 5 days. As you said, England were favourites going into today. An absolutely brilliant performance from India.
That is going to hurt England seriously, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and rightly so. I mean, England were favourites. They let things slip this morning, that hour before lunch, and then another top-order collapse. So those 2 wickets, 3 wickets falling early, put a huge amount of pressure on the middle order, and in the end, India just had enough overs to bowl them out. But it was an outstanding performance by their fast bowlers, as I said, on a pitch that wasn't giving them a lot of help at the back end of the match there.
Competitive game, wasn't it, to put it mildly?
Yeah, it was feisty, as you expect. Every series with India, and in particular Virat Kohli, is feisty. And as the match was on the line, you expected nothing else. But it's been 5 brilliant days of Test cricket. In fact, it's been 10 brilliant days of Test cricket over the first 2 Test matches. India thoroughly deserved to be 1 up.
DK, you can come in and join us on this particular conversation. Congratulations. I mean, that was just an amazing bowling performance. We'll come on to the batting, but that with the ball was special.
Oh, most definitely. 60 overs. They had to get Joe Root out, but after that, Butler showed some real steely resolve, but still finding a way to get him at the end. Just an outstanding bowling performance. Every one of them got a wicket.
What will that mean to India? The manner of that victory, given where they were at the start of the day?
The strength of the team comes from these kind of adverse situations that they seem to be facing at a lot of times. But they seem to find ways to come back in this game. Yesterday evening when I said maybe I would love for India to win, it's very unbelievable at that stage. But, you know, today for them to make it happen is just fabulous.
I mean, England should they not, have found a way to at least bat out those overs. I mean, this is a pitch where the tail enders of India batted for nearly a session.
Yeah, but at some stage, if you keep being 2 or 3 down for nothing, it's going to come back to haunt you. And yes, they were 2 good balls to get rid of Burns and Sibley. But of course, Joe Root's under pressure. Hamid's under pressure, and then the middle order, Johnny Bairstow as well. So, you know, that you just can't keep doing that time after time. India were exceptional. There were times where England looked like they were just going to get out of jail there, but in the end, you have to say that India deserved it. They did enough to win, and as you said before, England are going to be absolutely bruised and battered as a result of that.
What are they going to do at the top of the order, though? They've already made 1 change. They've taken Zach Crawley out of the firing line to bring in Hamid. Both openers went without scoring now, and as you say, that just puts immense pressure on the middle order. Shaun of Ben Stokes, and Root has got to do everything.
Well, I think it might be the time to bring Dom Sibley out of the firing line. He's looked out of touch.
Who's going in, though?
Well, I think Ollie Pope is probably going to come back in. I mean, he's been in and around the squad, but of course, is it right for him to be batting in the top 3? So that's not an easy solution. A lot of problems for England, no doubt about that. If they got away with this, again, we might have been able to paper over those cracks, but not anymore.
4 wickets for Mohammad Siraj. Now, he is a feisty one, that is for sure. But it's a lot of skill today, particularly when he was bowling at the 2 left-handers. This one and then the first ball to get rid of Sam Curran.
Oh, you know, he's always been a very good bowler to left-handers because he takes the ball away from the stump, and that's his speciality. But what I like about him is his feistiness. He's there for a fight. He's trying hard every time, and he's getting good batsmen out. These are not ordinary tailenders. He's getting good batsmen out with great balls, and that's the sign of a very good bowler.
Leave Jimmy aside, but the dismissals of the 2 left-handers, Moeen Ali and Sam Curran, as a former left-handed opening batsman, can you do anything about that, or sometimes that line and length just draws you in and that's it?
Well, I mean, Mo Ali played and missed it quite a few previous to that. Actually, Mo batted really well today, by the way, but that was a pretty unplayable ball, and for Sam Curran, a king pair, I mean, that is a horrible thing to have to go through, and he didn't do much wrong. So, you know, full credit to Siraj for putting the ball in the right area at the right time. I mean, when we look back at this game, we will look back at that crazy hour this morning. England coming to the ground as favourites today. I mean, I felt very strongly England were going to force a win, and you know, the way that Shami and Bumrah batted, England will have regrets about that. Not just the fact that they didn't get him out, but some of the tactics they employed as well.
What would you have changed about the tactics then?
Well, I think too much short ball theory. I think not enough line and length. I think not enough of Jimmy Anderson. And a little bit too emotional. I think they got caught up in the whole emotion of things rather than taking a step back and going, come on, to get these guys out. These are genuine tail enders. Let's just bowl our best balls. So a disappointing period of play for England, no doubt about it.
When you were watching this unfold, did you understand England's tactics?
No, I think when Joe Root goes back and if he has a look at these videos, he's going to rethink it. Did I do the right thing? Did I get a little emotional like the others? You know, did I fall for a little bit for the Anderson-Bumrah trap that was probably there last night? Am I looking at all of this, or am I being the calm, cool captain that England require right now?
Coming into the series, a lot of talk, well, many things are spoken about, but a lot of talk about the fragility to India's lower order. And when they didn't play Ashwin, we thought, oh, you got Bumrah, you got Shami, you got Ishant, you got Siraj, and actually this was probably the match-winning partnership.
And this is where I like of Virat Kohli. He spoke about the fact that the lower order needs to contribute. They put in the effort in Durham before the series started, and he believed they could do something. Nottingham, they got runs. Here, when the chips were down, Bumrah and Shami again found a way to do it. Again, dropping Ashwin was a major question. Should he have done that? He's still the #2 bowler in the world, but still didn't find a place in the 11. He has so much pressure on him. But he's taking the right decision that time.
Kohli on the phone to his wife, maybe. All right, I want to talk about Jasprit Bumrah as well, not just with the bats, obviously, today, but his dismissal of Ollie Robinson. I thought that was a highly skilled piece of bowling. I don't know if you agree, because Robinson, at that stage with Buttler, was starting to make it look like the pitch was dying, as you were saying. They were just calming things down and taking the heat out. To go round the wicket and do that was unbelievably good.
And of course, Ollie Robinson probably thought he was going to try and bowl short at him, so it was full, and that little bit of spin as well. Brilliant dismissal.
Fantastic performance from India. They won by a massive margin, 151.